Hello everybody! I am finally back here with you another video to hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration. Hang on, my kids are yelling for me. That was my circus and those were my monkeys, but we got it settled and we're good to go. So if you're new here, my name is Callie and I post videos like this whenever I get them, videoed and edited and uploaded. I'm not really on a schedule right now. This is kind of just like my fun little side thing I do. These videos, I don't know, I always kind of found them interesting. And then I'm that kind of person, like if I find interest in something, I always have to try it. So sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. This week I am trying my best to get all the produce washed, prepped, and ready to go so that it's easy to use and I will actually use it, because half the time I will leave like the cucumber in like it's wrapping, and then every time I want a salad or something, I'm like, do I want to cut that up? Do I not? And then I end up not taking the time, and the next time I grab it, it's like juicy and squishy, and I have to feed it to my chickens, and then, it's just wasted. So I prep my produce, try to do it as soon as I get it. And then there's also some inspiration here for a easy on-the-go breakfast idea. Super good. Okay, I have got these little produce containers from like Marshalls or Home Goods or whatever. I'm going to put strawberries in one, grapes in the other. And then for the ends of stuff, and like it says apple peelings, a few like grapes that weren't good, I throw it in here and I'm going to take it to my chicken. Okay, so in the beginning, like I just said, this is kind of like I'm trying to post as much as I can, but also this is like a fun little thing for me. At the end of this video, I say I'm trying to post weekly. And while I am, this is still, kind of a little side thing for me. So if I have weeks that are stressful or just really, really packed and busy, YouTube isn't my first priority, but maybe just maybe it'll get there. We will see. I do really like that outreach, like the people that I can reach to that otherwise I would have never come in contact with. I think that that's an amazing thing that God has allowed to be created, is the internet. And while it can have a bad rap and a bad reputation, I also think that we as Christians can use it for the good, and we can reach so many people through online sources. So I definitely want to give all the credit to God, and anything that I ever do, I want to let my light shine for Him. That is my number one purpose in life, is to be a witness and to tell people about God and what He's done for me. And so I want other people to have the peace that I have, and knowing that whenever our life down here is done, that we can rest in heaven with our eternal Father. And all it takes is just understanding that we are all born sinners, we all make mistakes, and that God sent His only Son to die for you on the cross, and you believe that took place and happened, and you believe in Him, that when He died, He died to save your soul. That is it. Faith is free. It is not bought. It is not gained by works. Those things come later. I've heard of many people being taught that, I'm a good person, God's not going to let me die and go to hell. But the truth is, you have to believe it, and you have to ask Him to come into your heart. And just that those good works and those good things will come later, because I will tell you right now, my conscience will not let me get by with doing something wrong and knowing that I did it. Like, whenever you do ask God to come into your heart and you truly mean it, you have a conscience, and you know what's right and wrong. And that's not to say that you won't mess up, because you still will, and you just have to ask for forgiveness. But all those things come later. The first step is believing. Y'all, please tell me somebody else out there hates plucking grapes off the vine. I know you exist. I know I'm not alone. Honestly, this is like one of my least favorite things to do, is to pull these off, because half the time I get through it and then there's still like little pieces of the stem stuck in there. I see one right now. But nobody eats these unless I have them plucked off. Why? Please tell me why. This little doohickey is pretty cool. It came out. Hang on, my puppy has toilet paper. If it ain't the kids, it's the dog. You know how that works. Love them both, but whew. Okay, so this little baggie thing is really, really cool. I like that it holds the top open, and especially for meats. Whenever I separate meat, I do not like having like raw meat juice on the outside of the zipper, and then when you go to zip it, you know good and well you're smearing it like all over the bag, and then you just throw it in the freezer. I know you can wipe it off, but I don't know. Whenever I'm doing stuff, I don't know. I kind of just like ready to get it done. I don't like things with multiple steps, so this just makes it easy. And then sometimes if I make like a big pot of chili or a big pot of soup, and it's not really something that I know we're going to eat again like the next day or two, I'll just dump it in this and, you know, let the smooth the air out of the Ziploc bag, fold it over neatly, and put it in the freezer. And then one day that I'm really busy, I can throw it in the crock pot, cut it on low, and just kind of leave it and let it thaw and cook all at the same time. And it's a really, really easy meal. So, yeah. All of that said, just from this little bitty bag organizer. Not organizer, bag holder. I'm pretty sad about this squash. Like, every single bit of it is just, like, squishy. I wonder if Costco takes back produce. It's like half the bag. I just hate that I'm wasting it, which I think the chickens will eat it, but still, I was supposed to eat it, you know? Alright. So we have our grapes, strawberries, an extra strawberry, cucumbers, bell pepper, or sweet peppers, a little bit more onion, and then the zucchini in little half moon shapes. And I threw some onions and peppers in here for the breakfast burritos. Okay, here's what you need for the breakfast burritos. I got some big burrito tortillas. I'm gonna slice up this cheese just because it needs to be used, and it'll be easier to like line up on the burrito instead of shredded cheese falling off. I'm just gonna brown this up with the onion and peppers and eggs. And while I've got the eggs out, I'm gonna go ahead and do 7 boiled eggs in my little egg cooker. Okay. You can make a lot of different things in these. Like, it says that you can make omelets and scrambled eggs, steamed vegetables, poached eggs, all that. This has just got like a fill line, so you fill this up to whether you want custard, hard, or medium eggs. Actually, soft, medium, hard, or custard. Okay, it's marked on both sides. Anyway, I normally do it to like medium, and then you just pour it right in this hot plate. Pour it in. Then this thing has a little piercer on the bottom, and you pierce the eggs with it. So it sounds like nails on a chalkboard, but it's really easy. And this thing does 7 at a time. Well, see, that one cracked a little bit. I'm gonna use it in the meal prep instead of that, because I think I pushed too hard and I cracked it too hard. I mean, in the burritos, not the meal prep. Okay. Then all you do is turn it on, and it will start singing whenever it's done. Now for the breakfast burritos. These were so easy, and Tyler really liked having them. You can always change up toppings for things that you like. I chose sausage, eggs, and then onions and peppers. And then I had like a block of cheese in the fridge that had been in there and needed to be used, so that's what I used. I have also done sliced cheese or shredded cheese, and then I guess you could do bacon or whatever kind of meat that you like, or toppings that you like. So I started by browning some of the peppers and onions together, and then later you will throw the sausage in the same pan. Also cooked up some eggs, and then I don't think I showed this, but I had cut up the cheese in like little rectangles and just had it kind of on a tray where I could easily line the tortilla and then add the toppings and just throw the little burrito back in the pan to sear it to keep it to hold together really good. And yeah, these were a really big hit. Let me know if you try them in the comments. If anybody has any other ideas for on-the-go breakfast items, please let me know. I love having ideas. You know, you get in a rut of cooking the same old things and buying the same things, so it's always good to have something to switch it up.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So I just kind of kept a little assembly line going, and I would have some that were being made, some that were kind of browning on the stovetop, and then in between I would just pick up around the kitchen, and you can see my dog's little nose poking up. Anywhere I am, she has to be, and especially in the kitchen because she likes to catch all the crumbs that I drop. By the way, if y'all are tired of staring at those paper towels under the sink, guess what? So am I. My husband has got to drill some new hole or something in the cabinet for the hinges, because whenever we put the sink in, it was bigger than what we thought underneath the actual sink, so we can't put the original hinges back on. So yeah, whole nother process there, but y'all would be so happy to hear that I am painting my cabinets. I'm getting them done. I've already got some sections done. I'll hopefully be sharing that with you soon, and I can't wait. So now I am actually putting the burritos in the aluminum foil, and I will tell you my thought process behind this. I thought I would wrap it in the paper towel so that we could, and then the aluminum foil, that way we could take the aluminum foil off, pop it in the microwave on the paper towel. I cannot talk, I'm sorry. Pop it in the microwave on the paper towel, then throw it right back in the aluminum foil, slap it back together, and out the door we go. And it would keep it warm. So I guess if we wanted some extra brownie points, you could probably add a little cup of hot sauce or something to dip it in. That would be good. Tyler is a condiment person, so he probably would have liked that, and I didn't think of it until I was watching myself roll these up. So next time I have you some sauce, honey. So as you could tell on my little list, I had grocery pickup on there, because this week in particular I was doing a kind of like a pantry challenge, and I like to do this every so often just to make sure that I'm actually using up stuff. So for this recipe, I was doing some like Swedish meatballs because I had those meatballs in the freezer and they were just sitting there. So you do some meatballs, a can of cream of mushroom soup, and a little bit of ranch seasoning, and then later you can either make up noodles, potatoes, or like rice to put it over, and bada boom, bada bang. Super easy supper. Okay, y'all can see that I already marked off the consolidate recycles, and that is because I had filmed it, but when I went back to watch it, it had stickers with their address, so I just didn't include it just to be safe. But luckily for Amazon packages, all I had to do was throw it in a bag and off to UPS.
This is the right way to do it.
The kids filmed the boiled eggs before I could peel them. Are they good? Alright y'all, that's it for today's video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. I'm trying my best to post every single week. That's my goal.
No, you don't eat
Gotta
this
get it.
one right here.
Gotta do it.
Actually have
I got most of my checklist done. I'm very happy about that. I got lots of things that are going to help me throughout my week. And if you like this kind of video, then just give me a comment below. Let me know that you like it. If you have any suggestions that you would like to see from me, let me know. And I really like doing these little like weekly reset type videos, or like meal prep. Those things are all fun, and they actually help me like in real life too. It's not like a daunting task of like I have to do this because I need a video. It's like I'm already doing this, so why not give y'all some motivation too. So thanks for watching. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye.